My name is Tanya Richards. I live in Fort Worth, Texas, and I've been with GPAC for a little less than 1 year. When it was time to settle down, I knew what I wanted to do with my life, and I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. And so I, finished my certification program, and I went into teaching and coaching, and I did that for 17 years. And I thought, this is, my life's purpose. This is what I'm going to do forever. Never saw myself doing anything else. Then COVID hit, and a lot of things came into perspective for education when COVID hit. I started to understand just how underpaid we were. I started to understand, a lot of the nuances of education that I was blind to before. COVID really illuminated for me. So I started to look for different career opportunities, but always figured it would be in education. So I was on LinkedIn and I was on Indeed and things like that. And I kept coming across this ad for this company called GPAC. And I'm like, what is GPAC? What is that? This is something I can do. I don't need any extra skills. I had just finished my master's degree right before COVID hit. I did not want to go back to school. I didn't want to, but I thought this is something that with my skill set, as a teacher, I could get this done. I learned so much through sports. I started playing a little bit later than the other kids. And certainly moving to Texas where sports are everything, it was crash course. I had a lot to learn. But that really taught me that you can learn a lot in a short period of time, which I think helped me with GPAC because it is a lot in the first couple of months and learning a brand new industry, learning a brand new craft. Somebody that doesn't come from the construction world, which is what I'm in now. I don't know the difference between a bolt and a screw, when I get here. But I was able, because of my sports background, to learn a lot of information very quickly. I was also able to use that competitive edge that you have as an athlete to really fuel me, especially in times where you're just not motivated. You don't want to pick up the phone. The last thing you want to hear is another no. You go back to your roots as an athlete or as a coach of, I have to do this. I've got to get this done because the end goal is bigger than how I'm feeling right now. And so on days where I don't feel like, talking to people or anything like that, I've just been trained to get it done no matter what, or as they say in Texas, get her done. That's what we do. Where GPAC says we want to continue to give you that incentive to do more and more and more. So when they say the sky's the limit, they truly mean it. You can make as much money as you want to with amazing incentives that don't get smaller. Your challenges don't get bigger just because you're good at your job. You've got to do what's best for your family. Don't ever choose anybody else over your family. And I think, GPAC has given me the opportunity to put my family first. I know that in the 17 years of me teaching, I put my family last so many times, whether it was missing something for my child because I had something to do at school or, missing my child's game because I was, on duty or coaching another person's child's game. And for the first time ever, I feel like I have the opportunity to put my family first. GPAC culture is motivational. GPAC culture takes you under their wing, gives you every tool you could possibly need to be successful. Some I have not mastered yet at all. That's how many we have. But they're all here for us to use to make money. Your coaches are, a message away. Your teammates are there to help you and to motivate you. And if you have the desire to make your life better for yourself and your family, you can do it. There's nothing that you have to learn on your own. There is no scenario that you can, think of where your coach hasn't experienced that. My coach, Coach Ashley, every time I call her with something that just seems, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? She goes, yeah, that happens. And she gives me, the perfect answer and the perfect solution. So you're never alone. You have all of the resources. The only thing that you need to bring to the table is the desire to improve your standard of living. That's all you need. If somebody would have come to me as a 22-year-old person, that was kind of in the wind, wondering what was going to happen, and said, I have an opportunity for you that can set you and your family up forever. You can work from your house, and you don't have to get a master's degree to do it. I think I would have jumped on it. I just didn't know it was out there. And so now when I see somebody or meet somebody that I think has the grit and the determination to do this job, I absolutely present it to them and say, look, you can do this. And I went through a whole lot of hardship and, a whole lot of crap for not a lot of money. If I would have known about this, I would have been on it 20 years ago, if not more.